Adele. Hello, my dear.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, coming around. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us again.
We are so proud of you, I have to say,
you.
just straight out, that, we've seen you grow. You've been here, like maybe four times?
3 or 4 times, yeah.
Yeah, and you're kind of big time now. You are. You're getting big time. But don't forget the little people, okay?
Oh, no, I won't.
All right. Well, we are so sure that this new album will take your career to new heights, and it's great to see. So let's get into your first set, and then we'll take a break and catch up with you. It's Adele live on KCRW.
Cool. This is Hometown Glory off the first album. That one's for my mum. I know she's listening in London, and also Neddy, and Louie, and Lisa. Sorry. So do a shout out. This next one is a new song called Don't You Remember, which was the last song I wrote for this new record. And I was inspired by Lady Antebellum for it. That song was Couldn't Escape It. And I remember driving along the Pacific Coast Highway about 10 times a day, which was pretty long. And all I heard was this song, and I loved it, and I love them. So this is Don't You Remember, stripped down version. Yeah. Cool, so that was Don't You Remember, off of the new album. And I wrote and recorded that in Malibu, which is pretty glamorous, I think, considering I'm from Tottenham. Anyway, I'm going to do another new one. I'm just going to have a sip of my hot honey. Stop smoking, by the way. It's been 5 weeks. Yeah, it's very exciting. Anyway, this is Turning Tables. So my piano player is Miles, and my guitarist Ben is about to join us for the song that broke me here, really, actually. So it's always a pleasure singing it anyway, because it was my big song everywhere, but this is a song that broke me in America. It's obviously such a massive deal to be British and do well here, so I sing this very proudly for you all. This is Chasing Pavements.
Adele, live on KCRW. You are killing it, girl.
Thanks.
Sounds so good.
My voice never comes this early in the morning, but only when I do KCRW. It's always here.
We are fortunate indeed. Also fortunate to have tickets to give to our KCRW members a little bit later for a private show tonight, yes, which is kind of a secret deal. Mm-hmm. But we've got tickets for that, as well as copies of the album 21 for our subscribers. So stick around for that. So the album named 21 for your age, which, yes, continues the theme from 19. It's always hard to believe, and we talk about this in the studio, that you are so young, because your music and your art, there's so much maturity in your voice. It's just always kind of stunning. I mean, do you feel that you're kind of beyond your years, or an old soul?
Not really, no. I think it's just quite magnified when I write my music, and my favourite artists that I like, the most amazing, convincing, believable, kind of in their deliveries and stuff like that. I think that's where it comes from in terms of my maturity. Because I'm quite immature normally. I'm very 22,
Well, I mean, I think about when I was, 21, 22, my biggest concerns were like acne and where the hot girls at. Like,
I still worry about, I've got bad acne on my chin sometimes, and I'm wondering where my next boyfriend's at.
By the way, those are still my main concerns, actually. But it occurs to us that it feels like you've been through so much, because you're expressing a lot of personal things in your music, and it just seems like, wow, you've been through, quite a bit.
I'm quite a drama queen. I mean, all of it is very, very true, but I don't think I've had my heart broken or kind of played with any more than any other person my age. It's just, I put it on show for everyone. And this time I wasn't going to, like, towards the end of kind of all my commitments on the first album, before I'd written anything for this one, I was thinking, well, that's it. I'm not going to write any songs about myself. I'll start watching movies and kind of like writing soundtracks for that, but put them on my record. But I couldn't help it. Like, it was the only way I could kind of get through it.
Well, there's a power and an intimacy there that is just amazing. I mean, I love the more stripped down songs on the album. Someone Like You and Turning Tables. I mean, I feel choked up as soon as I hear those songs. I mean, they are serious. Those are the real deal.
Yeah. Thank you.
But tell us about the making of the record, and kind of how you balanced it all, because, my preference is for the simpler things.
Yeah.
But you worked with a few different producers. Tell us about this.
I collaborated a lot more on this record than I did my first, and that was on purpose. I think better sides come out of me when I'm working with other people. I'm very throwaway of my own material. And I worked, did the majority of it here in California with Rick Rubin. I wrote loads more with other people than I did before. Dan Wilson, who I wrote Someone Like You, One and Only, and Don't You Remember with Egg White again, who I wrote Chasing Pavements with, but did Take It All. Ryan Tedder, Paul Epworth was... I didn't think it was going to work. It was my manager's kind of like suggestion. I just loved him. I thought he was hilarious. I met him when he was producing Jack Pagnote's second record. And so I just went with him. I thought we'd go to the pub. Didn't think no songs would come. But I had the first verse of Rolling in the Deep for about a year, a cappella, and I couldn't finish it with music or a cappella. And I started singing it to him, and I'd just broken up with the guy the record's about the night before. And I said to Paul, let's write a ballad, Paul, because that's normally what I do. And he was like, no way, I want to write a really boisterous, like, kind of like, you know, Girl Is Back kind of tune. And I enjoy it, you know, I am. I'm very boisterous in real life, and I'm very cheeky and sarcastic. And then ballads, as much as I love a ballad and love singing it, I like dancing as well. Not that you're going to catch me dancing to my own tunes or nothing, but like, you know, I like upbeat music. So it's important to me that I had some tracks that were very representative of me as a friend and as, you know, and stuff like that.
Are you very assertive with your collaborators in terms of kind of maintaining what you feel is right for Adele? Because I'm sure producers come along and say, oh, I know exactly what you need to do. Go this direction.
I think I get so excited about being in the studio. I don't even realise if I'm sort of like taking charge or not. I definitely do take charge without realising, but I think it's because I'm just so like excited. It's the right song. Yeah, I think I do take charge, yeah. Well,
a couple of these songs I feel have a broader potential, like Set Fire to the Rain or Rumor Has It, I think has almost I don't know if I want to say pop, but it has more of a maybe mainstream, I don't know.
Current.
Yeah,
quite current sounding.
Yeah, I mean, Set Fire to the Rain it's epic. You know, it's really epic. I mean, we play all these songs. So I want to mention that you have a show coming up. It's not until June, right?
Yes.
Is that in June? And they've recently moved it to the Hollywood Palladium, which is a larger spot.
Yeah, I think we're adding another one as well, actually.
Oh wow!
But I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying that. I said this the other day, and it wasn't confirmed.
Words out.
I'm not going to say where it is, but there's another one. Yeah, it's very exciting. And I know it's super exciting anyway to be playing over here anyway, let alone like at the Wilton, then we upgraded to Palladium. But Richard Pryor played at the Palladium, and that's like I watch that about 4 times a year. So I'm going to literally lick that stage. I'm so excited. I love him. I'm the biggest fan.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
You know, I want to remind people of your show at the Bowl. Was that last summer? Summer before, and you called your mom in the middle of the show on your BlackBerry, which was hysterical.
Well, I had to. It was my biggest show. Like, I don't think many daughters can be like, "Mum, I'm playing the Hollywood Bowl." I don't think she believed me.
You had everyone in the Bowl say hi, Mom.
Yeah, no, she was screaming down the phone. Yeah, she loved it. She was up at about 5 or 6 in the morning for it. But I called her just before I went on and said, like, make sure you don't fall or wake up and stay awake for like another half an hour to an hour.
You know, through all of what's happening in your career, is she someone that is a constant and is very grounding for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes if I get stressed or tired, I take it out on her a lot. And I know she's listening and she's probably like shaking her head yes with her best friend. But yeah, she's totally she's the love of my life. Yeah. I love her so much.
Well, you know, I can imagine with all of the attention and everything that's going to happen this year for you, the touring, I mean, it's got to be exhausting.
It is exhausting, but it's like the way people respond to the fact that people respond to my music in any way, I find truly breathtaking. Like for people to think of me how I think of some of the artists that I like. I don't care if I have to tour forever. I mean, it kind of makes up for anything. It's only the homesick thing, really, that I'm really bad with. But, you know, I just call my mum from the shows. Cheers me up.
Apparently. So, you know, my favorite songs are Someone Like You and Turning Tables. But do you have a favorite song on this album?
Yes, Someone Like You. It's my favourite. Yeah, I just think it's my most articulate song. Normally, like, I don't mean to, but I'd end up coming up with kind of funky sounding song names, like Chasing Pavements, you can't do that. Rolling in the Deep, you can't really do it. It's just my interpretation on a kind of London slang thing. Set Fire to the Rain, that's impossible as well. Someone Like You is just to the point. And I knew, before I wrote it, I knew I had to write that song to completely move on and finish my record and kind of have the strength to do so. And I just love it. And it was so, like, instant, like, it was so fast. I had the first verse again for ages. Quite different to how it is now on guitar. I played it to Dan, and Dan just managed to channel Dan Wilson, sorry, and he managed to channel a memory where he felt a little bit like how I felt right at that moment. And we just like bonded the song together. It was quite magical.
You cover The Cure on this album as well, which is it's a bit tricky to do covers because you don't want to be known as someone that does a lot of covers. But you chose this. Why?
This was Rick Rubin and Smokey Hormel's idea. My idea was Never Tear Us Apart by In Excess, because it's my favourite song. I love Michael Hutchence. First song I learned how to play, but I gave the most unconvincing performance ever. I was so upset with myself, and I thought if I was in Excess, I'd be devastated that I covered it and put it out. So we were throwing ideas back and forth, and then Smokey Hormel started playing it. And the arrangement is based on the arrangement that was rearranged for Barbra Streisand, which blew me away. Well, that was amazing. And The Cure, like, you know, I grew up listening to The Cure in one of my first shows and stuff like that, and very, very fond of them. And the lyrics are so, like, well, they were and they still are very poignant to how I felt then and how I feel now, and just, you know, how I feel. I sang it for my mum. They're on the recording, you know, because I missed her so much. And the song was us just jamming it and getting to know it. And it is it's a beautiful recording. It's very Rick Rubin. Like, these little things pop out. It's really like, it's like a dessert.
Adele is here live in studio. I want to get into your second set and just also let people know that we have tickets for a private session tonight in Santa Monica. This is a secret show which has not been announced, and we have tickets for our KCRW members. Also, autographed copies of 21 at the close of the program. It's Adele live on KCRW.
This is Take It All, which I actually debuted at the Hollywood Bowl, and I couldn't get my note, so bear with me in case I don't get my note again. Oh, I haven't done that one for a while. Yeah, I forgot my note, and I had my in-ears in, and I was literally, I was like a chav. I was going, what's my note? Give me my note! It was so embarrassing. Anyway, this next one is Someone Like You. Cool. Have you got time for two more or one more? One more, cool. Gonna bring Ben back in. I feel bad for you sometimes, Ben. You're just sitting here and it's mainly piano songs. I'm very sorry. Thank you so much for having us back. It truly means a lot, and thank you for all of your support from day one before anyone else. So thank you very much, and have us back whenever. Please do. This is Rolling in the Deep.